Okay, why am I playing this? When there are passages that imply high notes and things like that, what I'm going to say is counterintuitive. But an instrument like this is called cantabile, and this I think is symphony 300, 500 something. The instrument that is cheaper sounds better. Why? Sounds better in the hands of a beginner or intermediate player, because these instruments are voiced in a way that helps the player. Does that mean these are better instruments? No. That means that if you start on the recorder and you're young, but even adults, the main problem is breath control, and that is sometimes very beginner. The first mistake that people make is overblowing the low notes, so they okay, this is one of the beginner's mistake. But when it comes to those better instruments are unforgiving. Oh, but you learn better on a... Yes, but at the beginning you get discouraged. So you start an instrument that is forgiven. I don't know this for high pitched notes. Other things, these instruments have a sound that maybe is more pleasing for a beginner. You need... This is mainly for children. I even say that for some types of music, those cheapy instruments sound better, or at least if you have more a flutish sound. So don't get fooled by it. Obviously they have a wind way and other things that helps, and in time people should go to things that are more challenging. Then I'd say you start from, I think this is good. The second step is this. This I prefer when it comes to jazz. And then you have this, and there are other instruments, for example, a Stansby Jr. by Zenon. unless you play real Baroque music, is piercing. This also is. This is completely different. Listen. Take into account that material-wise, except for this is a different material, and the difference is minimal in my ears. But anyway, material-wise, they're all made of ABS. So it's the voicing and the, the shape, the mold. This even has a thumb rest. This is more folkish. This is cutting. It can be problem with the plastic recorder is water in the windway. So what would I do if I had to help a beginner? Start with this. This is called cantabile. I hope they still make it. I like it because it's brown. And then you get this. And then this, and then Stainsby Junior, which is at the extreme of the Baroque. This is very Baroque-ish. The instrument is even thinner. You know, same size, same length. This is longer. Concerning high-pitched notes, if you don't open really, even the thumb hole is smaller. I don't know if it looks smaller, so it's more difficult to manage. It's very unforgiving, this. It's a good litmus test if you want to improve. If you can make it on this, let's check the Haka by Aulos. I found the sound a little bit fuller. This is very expressive. very responsive, not a lot of volume, a lot of expression. This is a little bit less extreme, but if you're on a mid-level, you're a beginner, I'm speaking about plastic, okay? They have a lot of things going for them. You can play for hours, they don't crack, they last longer, I think. They're less expensive. You can experiment with different plastic recorder, and then I like this Stain Speed Junior. I like this is Haka, and you get the matching wooden instrument. This is the most neutral. Also this is a cheapie. This is a very hairy sound, almost like a fiddle flute, like a tin whistle. This is due to several factors. One is the distance of the labium from when the windway air gets out of the windway and labium. Also, the labium is kind of longer than this, wider than this. There are several things to take into account. Obviously, the main is the windway. This windway is kind of strange. I don't know if you can see. There are. It's not smooth. So. It has kind of airy, almost like a transverse flute. Not a transverse flute, but gives the idea, so to speak. The instrument is very, very reminder of children and things like that. I don't know. It's very, but it has its purpose. You buy it, it's your first. Obviously, you cannot. Obviously, this is one piece. Then, the good thing about plastic recorder that you can buy several of them. It's not big. They're not very pricey, even the most pricey of them. This, the Haka. There are some that have typical dark ukulele. I play also the ukulele. Recorded sound. This is also the fact that the bore is tapers. This has less this sound. It's less. It's dense. I have the alto, the two alto like this, the yellow one and the older one that looks like ebony. It's color. So I'd say if you play everything, go for this. I like the color. It's a different material. This is more wood-like. I don't find a lot of difference. This is the one that has the most piercing sound. To play jazz, I like this better. Good exercise to trying to find melodies, just listening to them. So my main point is, if you had to start from scratch, so to speak, I'd play either this if you're very young, maybe the sound of this is more appealing. You have to play in a situation, folk and things like this. I'd go for this. I know it's very inexpensive, but has this blending tone. Also, if you play in a concert, I wouldn't go for this extremely baroque expressive instrument. They don't blend. They don't blend at all. But this, the most blending is the Dream recorder by Mollenauer. There is a plastic one. I have both the plastic and the wooden one. But okay, it's different from the other recorders, so then it's more difficult to transition to other baroque recorder. But this, I know it's not the usual focus tone. These are more forgiving instruments. And if you start and everything squeaks and the high pitched notes are so difficult, you get discouraged. Like with languages, the first you don't know. Once you made it one instrument or one language, you're more confident. Okay. This owner is the one who has it. Honer, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think as you know, if you're very young, like 3 or 4, this you don't misplace this, gets lost, and this is a bit like a tank, really. I don't know, these instruments are, nobody speaks about them, but I think they're good. I also have a Mollenauer swing plastic recorder. I have a Moog. It's the one I like the least, the plastic recorder by Moog. It's very beautiful. Another video I will show. So this is my long video where I say don't think that buying a more expensive, they're not very expensive, a more expensive plastic recorder for a beginner is the right choice. I don't buy crap. This is still a Honor, and this is still Aulos. Okay. That's it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Görüşürüz. Yeses. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Hasta la vista. Hello. До свидания. Arrivederci. Ci la rivido. Goodbye. Au revoir. And that's it. That's all, folks.